Allow the children to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh.
Hello there.
Welcome
back. Thank you so much for joining me again. And if this is the first time you are joining us live today, thank you too for joining me. Please share this broadcast. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us from. It is Mayegun Live. Take your time and read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends by sharing the broadcasts. Don't forget to like it too. But today, Facebook, you will need to understand why businesses are leaving Nigeria. And it is nothing, okay, to be happy about or celebrate. Even though there are some other conspiracy theories springing up and I'm going to share them with you tonight. It is not a good thing. You need to know why. Nigeria economy under the APC, Egbekegbe, has hit the rock, the bottom rock. However, there is something called the Tifnubunomic. That is the one that is to make everyone believe that it is not that bad and it is worse. And everybody they collect. It is 25 years of demonstration of praise, democracy in Nigeria. That was 25 years ago. No, hang on. They are celebrating it on June 12th, just to mark the day. The day is for MK Abiola, and then the victims of democratic struggle in Nigeria. However, they did not celebrate the change of government on the 29th of May per se, but they are already organizing gala nights. They are organizing speeches. They are meeting themselves, telling themselves how far they have come and how far Nigeria have sunk. Anyway, so they are celebrating that tomorrow. And there are so many other things happening tomorrow, though. Today. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. It is Mayegun Live. So we are just going to get down to it straight up. The Guinness PLC has now joined the list of businesses that are divesting their investments, selling them off as much as they can, and leaving Nigeria. In the process, they are taking with them already dwindling, tax revenue, so to say, but it is happening. Initially, right, a lot of the Abobakus, the voluntary slaves, they said these companies leaving Nigeria, they were leaving because they couldn't compete. If ShopRite says they are leaving Nigeria, there is Alhaji Aminu kiosk that will replace them. If Emzo, what do you call those people again? DSK, I don't know, GSK rather, or some of these medical manufacturing companies, sort of medical supply manufacturing companies, those who are producing, medical supplies in Nigeria. When they pack up and, left, it was because they couldn't compete. There is a SEC or Sikira Alagbo. Our forefathers were usually drinking Agbo. Now that the price of medication have now skyrocketed, a lot of them are now skipping their medication. They have to choose between eating or paying for their own medication. Everything is catching up to so, right? But the latest is Guinness, and they have been at it for a while. Under Bukwari, they started experiencing the decline. I mean, they said they would reduce your purchasing power. They have done that already. Hyperinflation has reduced your purchasing power. Many people have become more or less like just numbers. the population of Nigeria is no longer profitable. No thanks to these rogues. Usually there's no way, I mean, there's no amount of economic downturn in Nigeria history. People will still drink. In fact, there was a time that they were using the profits made by the Guinness, the Nigerian breweries, and the rest of them generally. They were using their profits to gauge Nigeria economy. They said if Nigerians were poor, how come they were drinking this much? How come this alcohol businesses are making so much profits? In Kaduna State, Nigerian brewery is their highest taxpayer ever. Yes, and the money is from alcohol. Yeah, Kaduna. So they used to use that, right, to gauge Nigeria economy and say, well, there's no amount of people go still drink. We don't even know where they see money to drink. But guess what? You can brag about this number of Nigeria population. Now, more Nigerians have become so poor that they cannot afford basic things, basic needs. And that is evidence. If you go out there, go to the major markets, go to the markets there, ask the traders, those who are first, who are actually like doing daily businesses, ask them about patronage. So they reduce your purchasing power. And the Nigerian brewery, they have been taking a decline. They used to declare profits of 200 billion naira. Who they drink in this economy? But under Buhari, it started declining and declining. So as at year ending, financial year ending, March 2023, they declared the profit of 5.1 or so billion. Around that time, they have already started selling in parts some of the subsidiaries of their business there. They have already started, instead of expansion, they have started cutting down. And so this year, March 2024, they declared for the first time in their own history, over 61 billion loss for their stakeholders. So the stakeholders of Nigerian breweries, I mean, the Guinness in particular, they probably will receive zero return on their investment this time around. And it has been declining that way. Even their own shares in the Nigerian stock exchange, right? It has been declining. It was one of the top ones. Like if you are looking for where to put your money in Nigeria, like those who love shares investment, just go invest in the Nigerian breweries, NB, and then go to bed. The more you put there, the more you are likely going to have in return. That hasn't been the case in the last 8 years. It has been declining and declining. However, they found a buyer. Okay, finally they found a buyer. Like, you know what? Are you willing to buy the franchise? Are you willing to buy the right to produce Guinness for Nigerians? We are going back. We can no longer continue. They have to deal with multiple taxations. Okay, the cost of production has skyrocketed. Okay, they have to provide their own electricity, water, security. In this insecure Nigeria, they are counting their losses too. Many of their business associates have lost their businesses because Isba in Kano and in northern Nigeria, they continue to destroy more and more businesses, especially under Buhari. It actually became more. All of these effects, right? They just kind of they are counting their losses and say, you know what? We can transfer all our shareholders to a new buyer who can just pay us. They did not tell us how much they sold their 58.6% shares, which is their own stake, to say, Nigeria, bye-bye, oh. Anybody who is ready to produce Guinness for Nigerians, take. You have the right. Oh yeah, you have the factory too. You You have everything. Go and be producing the Guinness for Nigerians. We know they do again. And that has now popped up another theory. And I'm putting this before all of you, because I don't know who knows more than myself that is also watching and can help us. Even though businesses are leaving Nigeria, I'm talking about businesses that have been in Nigeria for donkey years, and they have kind of been part of the lives of Nigerians, so to say. I'm talking about because of the products they offer, from food product, from baby food to baby products to women product to other food, like general product, like food production generally. So even to the production of medical supplies and all that could have prompted cheaper, if the production, let's say, for example, if Nigeria had progressed in the last 10 years, that the issue of electricity is not an issue anymore. The issue of fuel subsidy scam is no longer anything anymore, right? And these businesses are able to produce all of their stocks in Nigeria, retain all their staff, even aspire to expand when they make more money. That means more jobs for Nigerians and more money for government through taxes. But they were never protected, and therefore they are now telling us now that in case if we are not paying attention to, these guys know what they are doing. They are seeing all of this, and they are seeing the effect of all of this on the people. It is part of a grand plan and grand scheme. And when we are talking about grand scheme, it's like when you want to capture the people or capture a country. So when you have to do so militarily, you have to do so economically, okay? And finally, you have to do so religiously. If you take a look at what is playing out in Nigeria, there are businesses that are being targeted, even who are the businesses that are local businesses. They are being targeted, they are being destroyed. Some are being destroyed physically. Some are currently experiencing aggressive takeover. Apart from all this inflation, taxes, corruption, and all of that, businesses have always been existing in Nigeria, trying to survive. Well, they have been surviving. But you see, this set of Tifnubu and his gang, they are different. They have their eyes on choice businesses. They have their eyes on choice lands. They have their eyes on choice properties all over Nigeria. And they will take them over aggressively. That these businesses, these properties, whether they are local or they are foreign, the aggressive takeover has the collaboration of the judiciary, the collaboration of the military, the collaboration of the Nigerian police. Now, an ordinary soldier or an ordinary policeman may probably think I'm speaking Greek. You see, this is more or less like a conspiracy, a theory that is, I don't want to dismiss it. There are businesses currently, as you are watching this video, there are businesses in Nigeria that will still live. It is not just because of this inflation, exchange rates, and all of that. There are some underhand aggressive plan to take them over, including banks, by Tifnubu and his gang. Some of these businesses will be chased out, and as they are moving, the Lebanese, the Indians, and all these partners of Tifnubu, they will take them over as scraps. And if they are to serve you in the long run, well, maybe you can say there is a good thing about that, but there is not. They are killing businesses, forcing them to leave in order to replace them with scraps. Yeah, it sounds somehow, right? Well, A new company is going to be producing Guinness in Nigeria. Not real the Guinness, right? Oh, they will give them the ingredients of the Guinness. And don't you already have the one you say, this one is Nigeria Guinness, this one is imported Guinness, and all of that, Abby? And likewise, so many of your drinks, Abby? So you would have to kind of get to deal with the, I know, right? However, the criminals in Nigeria, okay, and their style of a state capture, okay, it's not like it's going to be a smooth sail per se, but they will do it because those of you who were told that he built Lagos, that's slum, right? This is how you are going to find out. You see, there are businesses in Nigeria that even if there's a political gang up of taking them over or chasing them out, without caring for the economic impact on the people, not because they are creating alternative. There is no alternative. But they are telling the people they shouldn't worry. If they want to go, they should go. But the point that does sound like a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that it is real. You know why? This afternoon, when the news of the negotiation between Guinness and they have Guinness and their partner that came to buy, they call them the Tolaram, okay? So this Tolaram, we have no real idea of the people behind Tolaram. I know that in the next few days, if we choose to dig, we'll likely find out where the money that Tolaram is using to buy Guinness, as Guinness liquidates their assets in Nigeria and pack and leave. You can possibly trace the money back to the same Tifnumbus and his gang. And that is why I said, if you see businesses that are living, yes, they are all saying the Nigerian business climate is no longer conducive. But there are actually other things where these businesses are facing aggressive takeover from Tifnumbu and his partners. They will sell whatever that is sellable, the government properties, as scraps. Then they will chase down some of the businesses that they probably would love to own in this time, rather than look into their policies, the policies that are making all these businesses, all these investors and investments to pack up and leave Nigeria. Instead of looking into that, they are so deaf to that, blind to that, and they are ready to buy them as scraps for God knows what, to use the government money to run them. I don't know. For the Nigerian workers who are waiting for their own president, they are your president. I mean, those of you who are waiting for, listen, Mayegun, let's leave that for now. You're talking about the workers that are losing their jobs and all that, right? Great. But now, you see, let's talk about what is really going to happen now that Tifnumbu and his guys are offering the workers 62,000 naira in the hyperinflated economy of Nigeria. Well, they said the president of NLC is attending a conference in Geneva, Switzerland. Now, he's in Switzerland, and if they should say they should, mind you, the deadline for the 1 week relaxation of the strike ended last night. Bajeru, is in Switzerland. Now, if they should go ahead and begin the strike, that means Ajero and others, they will be stuck in Switzerland. So do you see the double standard now? Now, the moment his own plane is in, maybe they will now begin the noise of, we no go gree, we no go gree, kind of. Anyway, I just thought I should mention that. I'm talking about workers again. Listen, there is this guy, the guy on your screen. Even though they still call him ambassador, but I call him a sex offender, a pedophile. His name is Ibrahim Lamua. Ibrahim Lamua is, a permanent secretary in Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, Lamua has been accused of sexual assault of 4 women who have come forward. However, sexual harassment in Nigeria, public service, even private sector, is barely spoken about. The reason is because the perpetrators are those who sort of have some leverage over, they usually do that to those below them. And there's always a threat. Nobody will believe you. Because the moment an accusation is made, the next thing that will come up is to begin to victim shame the victims by like, oh, you are trying to bring down an honest man. Are you the only person in this place? Something that other women are even begging for his attention. He is giving you attention and you are calling that harassment. And kind of like that makes a lot of women not to come forward. And also this embarrassment of coming forward has made men, many, are men, never to come forward to also file the complaint of a sexual harassment. It is interesting that in the midst of all the madness going on in Nigeria, there is still actually those who will stand up and stand firm, ignoring that culture of, you don't see, you don't tell. Don't say, don't tell, or don't talk, don't, whatever. Kind of that the entire Ministry of Foreign Affairs, including the minister, they have actually made it public that indeed Lamua is a sex predator, a sexual predator, is the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There is no record that he's been arrested. But as usual, I saw the workers singing their solidarity song. Let's go there.
Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
is like, you know, a Luther song. In Soweto, in foreign affairs, in Soweto. I don't. And that is the assault on 4 women. And these are just those who were able to come forward. And I give them credit for standing up for those women, protecting them, and demanding for the prosecution of this Randy Pamsek. An Alaji that could marry as many wives as he wants. Possibly, if you go check, right, the ambassador probably he's probably have more than 1 wife. They are always like that. It is not a ram. There are so many of them who are pedophiles, and they hide behind religion that allows them to marry 8-year-old, 10-year-old. And yeah, they are making laws. Or they are there to also see to the affairs of all the people under them. I mean, that is the society. Empowering criminals is not new. So you know what happened in Ojo, the Command Secondary School in Ojo, in Lagos. Well, it was also a civilian who happened to be the deputy director in the Ministry of Defense, but he was positioned or stationed at the Command Secondary School in Lagos. We don't know what happened. We just saw these lawless rogues in uniform as usual. They started beating him. Now that sort of enraged the following civilian staff of the Command School to take to the streets. They wanted the soldiers prosecuted. It is a lawless place, darling. It is a lawless place. And they intentionally made it so. In case if you are wondering, how did we get here? They wanted us all here, right? So go see this as well.
Hey! Look at Bossa.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
It's a sad day for us because the one that led to this action is because yesterday you see the videos trending where one of our assistant director civilian was brutalized by some private soldiers in Lagos, the Command Secondary School in Ipaja, Lagos, and they have killed somebody already, one of our members, Comrade Richard, for some months back.
2 months ago.
And we have asked the management to react, but up to today we've not seen any action. And continuously, last month, one of our civilian staff was locked in the guard room at Jaji for 1 month, over a month now. It was because we had to meet the PAMSEC that they called and he was released. And then yesterday again, this incident happened again. So it means we are endangered species in the Ministry of Defense, and that is why we have agreed in the union that all the civilian personnel should withdraw all our services in all the Ministry of Defense formations, everywhere from the headquarters to all the CPUs. Nationwide, we are withdrawing our services to the military until the Minister of Defense himself, and the CDS come here, and then we will give them our own demands. Yes. Because we are endangered now. We don't know who will be next. Richard has died. So many people have been brutalized. too much. So we are not taking it again. We don't want to see anybody except the minister and the CDS. Yes. Because we must put a stop to this brutality and killing of our civilian staff. Then if that is the case, then there won't be need for Ministry of Defense in Nigeria. Yes. If they cannot defend or protect us, and these incidents have been occurring on decimal. See, we cannot take it again.
How many civilians go kill? 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 Hey, I will kill us, hey, I will kill us, hey, I will kill us, how many civilians go kill?
2 weeks ago, they killed Richard.
They killed a child.
They killed Richard.
Okay.
Richard. They've not buried the guy, and now this one again. For how long will this continue to happen?
One is still in coma.
For how long will this continue to happen? Another one. They beat us. There's a copper that is working in our unit. They beat a copper recently.
Last week.
Was it last week? Then this one yesterday. For how long will this continue to
Okay, now if I get you very well, at the ministry, the officers, the soldiers at the ministry, are the one maltreating civilians that are working there.
Yes. Stations. Yes.
Okay,
stations.
so have you been reporting?
We've been reporting. Nothing has been done. So this morning we want the chief of staff to come and address us this morning.
Yes, for some times now, the military have been brutalizing our civilians, intimidating them, both at the headquarters here and in the various military formations. Not quite long ago, just about 2 months ago, a civilian staff was killed in Lagos by a Navy officer. About 4 Navy officers gathered him, brutalized him, and killed him. Then, just yesterday again, an assistant director, equivalent of a brigadier general, just a minute, I'll be done, I'll list you. An equivalent of brigadier general was beaten by a group of private soldiers in Command Secondary School. And not quite long also, in Lungi Barrack, a copper was brutalized by a military man too. In our gate here, one of our comrades.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You gotta trust man. Hand down. Ojo, your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
I feel sorry for them. And listen, that is only just for you to see what people are subjected to. And there is nobody to get them out of that. Those are workers, so staff, government workers. They beat up the deputy director. And those guys said, that's not the first time. They have been doing that to them. Sometimes they will grab them and put them in guard room and beat them to death. They killed Richard. They haven't even released his body. He is working for government. Richard didn't do anything. No. That's what Nigeria is. That is what Nigeria is. However, they want the minister to come and address them. It's unfortunate though, right? But it is what it is inside the contraption. Because una dey there. You kept quiet and waiting for God to come and do miracle. See, this afternoon, the news came that the vice president of Malawi, and I think 7 or 8 others, many others, and 8 others. They have found the wreckage of their aircraft that was declared missing yesterday. So no survivor, which means the vice president of Malawi is dead. And I'm talking about this guy, okay? That's the vice president of Malawi. Now, when the news of them looking for him and then finally confirmed that they crashed and he's dead, I saw some Nigerians. I even saw some Ghanaians that were on social media and they were using this picture and saying, God, when? For the Nigerians, they are those ones who believe that maybe God will intervene and maybe just they should have similar thing in Nigeria. Koolu should just crash. See, I have said this before and I'm going to say it again. All of you now open their eyes when you were supposed to stand up and reject this evil that was befalling you. You were waiting on God to come and do a miracle like it happened in Malawi, Abi. Meanwhile, you allowed these charlatans, people like this, who were on your TV and still there, allow you to bring on a drug dealer, as well as a Boko Haram sympathizer, Tifnumbu and Shitty man, as your president and vice president. And you think you value your life, or the rest of the world will respect you. Where do you think that is going to be coming from? This one has somebody, Papa, somebody forged certificates. And another person went on TV. These are the characters running Nigeria now. Listen to this. Have you forgotten this?
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there. They advertise it out there in the US. If you have lost your certificate, we can get it back for you.
Nuisance, Lily.
The people that forge certificates, where you have many other criminals as them, that kind of character. You see, you listen to that, That is the kind of people running Nigeria now. That is the kind of people that want to build Nigeria economy. Those are the characters that want to defend Nigerians. And yes, they are parading themselves everywhere. We are working to fix Nigeria. You have somebody who no go school, who no get certificate, lied about it, is your president, and you are waiting for God to come and do what? You be mumu if you think, say, your problem is over. The moment Tifnumbu is removed, or it crashed and it dies or something, are you that slow? Are you that slow? How many years were you praying for Bokuwari? And then after it's 8 years, so some of you who are so slow, who believed that there's nothing that can be worse than Bokuwari, nothing. No one in that Nigeria that can be worse than Bokuwari. Some of you put everything on the line, shouting this your Enyilokon, renewed shege. We were here. And now you are acting surprised. Why are you acting surprised? You elected, what do you call it? You supported Tifnumbu, a drug baron, certificate forger, to come and run your country, yeah? And you are expecting him to run it like Obama. That's a joke, right? So right now, Nigeria is a place where anything goes. A place where anything goes. And the reason is that in Nigeria, they are discussing, you see, 25 years of democracy in Nigeria. Right now, we are discussing the right of cows. And then we have all these cows, or these human-like, cow-brained individuals who are trying to twist history. I played this video this afternoon. I'm playing to the general the general gathering tonight. They said that the reasons why the Fulanis are committing, you see, Nigeria is a poverty capital of the world today, right? Not only because of the mismanagement, well, it is practically because of the entire mismanagement of the affairs of Nigeria, okay? Nigeria is not safe because instead of going after the criminals and the terrorists that are perpetrating all this terrorism, those who are attacking the core survivor base of supposed Nigerians, agriculture, Fulani terrorists, destroying farms, killing farmers. See, yesterday, over 50 farmers were slaughtered in Katsina. Okay, 2 days ago, more than 150 people were kidnapped in Niger State. And that includes more than 10 fishermen that were slaughtered and killed by these same terrorists. The ISWAP and the gang, they are expanding their base, their territory, and they are so comfortable in these regions as we speak. How do you combat hunger if you cannot farm and kind of grow your own food? Everybody talks about, let's do this, let's do that, and the rest of that. But in actual fact, nobody is doing anything. They said the Fulanis needed to feed their cows. And Nigerians must understand that as the population of Nigeria grows, the population of animals also grows. And therefore, the animals like the cows in Nigeria, they have rights. Banning the movement of cows is against the cows' rights. I mean, these are the guys, so like I said, cows in Agbada. This one I'm going to play for you right now is Issa Yuguda. He's the former governor of Bauchi State. He's a criminal that is a guest of their EFCC too, that looted over 70 billion naira when he was governor of Bauchi State. Issa Yuguda. Now, Issa Yuguda wants to let us know now that there was a time that Lord Lugard used the Fulani. They said, they said Lord Lugard used the taxes he collected from the Fulanis and their cows, that it was the taxes that Lugard collected from the Fulanis in 1907 that they used to build Nigeria. And now Nigerian government abandoned them. They did not provide them schools. They did not provide them this. Meanwhile, like every other tribe or ethnic nationality in Nigeria, everyone have where they come from. So if there is no government present in your own community, do you then go on a killing spree, kidnapping spree, to say because the government did not? So this guy sat there and he was now talking about grazing routes. They said Lord Lugard created grazing routes. They said Lord Lugard created cattle colony. And you know, so many people have been repeating this lie too. So this afternoon, and I'm going to repeat it now, we need to start asking these criminals who have not built a single ranch to help any Fulani others anywhere in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria. But they are 100% against the ban on open grazing. If the states in Nigeria, southern Nigeria, will not give them land for ranching, then the right of the cows is being infringed upon, and it will never be allowed. Editing the constitution or amending constitution to ban the movement of cow is against the Fulanis. And that guy is yet, nobody is yet to present to us any cattle colony created by Lugard. Any, even in northern Nigeria, any single cattle colony. They said Lugard created grazing routes from Sokoto to Calabar. Can anybody tell us the road constructed by Lugard from Sokoto to Calabar? Can anybody point to a road constructed by Lugard from Borno to Lagos? The answer is zero. There is nowhere in Nigeria history that they said there was a map. Oh, nobody has given us that because it doesn't exist. But they kept saying it. Fulani have passed, they have routes that they always pass to come to southern Nigeria. Okay? And therefore, like cow gods in India, wherever their cow walked is a sacred land, and that land automatically become their own. Can you even believe that? Now, listen to this mofo. I played the video this afternoon, and I'm playing it again. Kind of listen.
Before you go, of course, we know the heated debate that's currently ongoing about the bill before the National Assembly concerning open grazing. I'd love to know your take and your position on it.
Well, the issue of open grazing or closed grazing, this, do I say, is an afterthought? Because where were the previous Nigerian governments when the livestock that we've had since the creation of Nigeria, where have they not been seeing the livestock milling up and down? Are they not aware that the population of the animals are increasing? Or are they not aware that human beings are giving birth on a regular basis? The white man, when he came, quite all right, he established cattle routes from Sokoto to Lokoja, from Maiduguri to Oturko, and then the cattle route from those towns to Calabar or Port Harcourt is 50 meters setback on the right side of the road, 50 meters setback on the left side of the road. Because then cattle never go to the southern part of the country because such a fly would not allow them to live because it was not eradicated. And we see the white man also, after Lord Lugard finished the conquest of northern Nigeria in 1907, he wanted to set up a government. After setting up the government, there was no, he has to start collecting tax. And who was the first victim of taxation of the white man? It was the Fulani man. That is what they call jangling, cattle tax. And that is what started the economy of Nigeria. Because the correspondences are there in the office of the Secretary to the federal government. Any person who wants to go and have access to the records to read, let him go out there and read. You see where after collecting the revenue, you write the King of England, I have collected so from jangling. I want the balance of so for my capital and recurrent expenditure. And that is what happened until around 1914, when other sources of revenue, including tax, groundnuts, hides and skin, and others, became a source of revenue for funding government. So, and the injustice on the Fulani man started since then. And what is that injustice? Taxation is on profit, not capital. The nage itself, that is the cattle, is the capital. So they were paying tax on capital, not tax on profit. So you can see the so-called, to quote Opabio, the gun-carrying Fulani, had his setback right from day one. But that time he never carried AK-47. So, and this thing continued. And of course, you can see their experience has been very bitter. Some of them are arrested by police for doing nothing, and they are told to sell their cattle to be released. Some of them, the alkalis, and so on and so forth. But to be fair, the white man established cattle routes and grazing reserves all over Nigeria. These cattle reserves, cattle reserves, and then routes are there gazetted as official documents, and they remain so. But we all know this veterinary research firm was established because of them, for their cattle, because The cattle had to be well before they can impose tax on them. So they kept them, and they kept them on their transhumance, traversing from north to south, north to south. But not until much, much later, when Abuja started as a federal capital, almost all the northern Fulani herders ended their journey in Abuja. That's during the dry season. This is where they come and spend the dry season because there is sufficient fodder and also there is sufficient water before they go back to the northern part of the country. With Abuja, almost the whole of them went south. Because the stories of the deprivation of the Fulani is just a very pathetic story.
On that
and of course, since independence, they have been serving as the only means of protein for the country. They move up and down. The government is seeing them. Government has intervened in agriculture, clearing fields for planting, like Nalda. They buy fertilizer, they buy this, they buy that, but not animal husbandry. So this unfortunate professional group were left on their own. Well, so it is appropriate now that government has come to... Hello? I'm just...
So normally, I would expect Abati and Koolu to ask him a question and say, Mr. Yuguda, you were 8 years governor in Bauchi State, one of the states known to have Fulanis. What did you do to help ameliorate all these things, right? Because now it is more profitable to have all of your cows in a place and you make more profit. Instead of sitting, it's seated there like a cow in Agbada and feeling so entitled. It was the Fulani money that kickstarted the economy of Nigeria. Like, I don't even know how to feel. Whether to feel angry, feel insulted, or just laugh, ha 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 ha. Like, you could feed yourself if your money was feeding Nigeria, which is not true. Now, you could possibly just feed yourselves by just keeping your cows in your own ranch that you paid for. Why should we give you land? Because you want to give us cow. We can buy meat, we can rear our own cows. Why should the source of other food be destroyed? Because Lugard used the cow money or cow tax to kickstart Nigerian economy. How ridiculous. But there is a follow-up. Listen to this.
We must make mention that this is not just didn't start now. It's a way, and some people in the Senate will get up and tell you, but it's a way of life. How do you change? No. It was a way of life for us to kill twins. It was also a way of life for us to bury
so there's got to be some
people.
kind of
so
change.
there must have to be
evolutionary change.
It's an evolutionary change, and that comes with education.
Right.
So where the real problem is rather than us struggling to make sure that everybody has education, everybody has a change, everybody moves with the new things today. Some people want to leave some citizens to stay, let them just stay where they are as illiterate, uneducated herders roaming around and killing people.
Yeah, but the point is that there are different types of education. There's obviously the education where you go to school and start learning your ABCs from the very start up to the end. There's the other form of education, which is educating people about this new ranching proposal. Is there going to be a period of consultation? Because you're not going to educate those people. You're not going to put them through school, but you can educate them those people who are most likely to be affected by this new ranching proposal. Because the herders, for instance, who, as you've said, are uneducated, they're suspicious of authority, they need to be convinced, as do the farmers who are worried about their land and farms.
Why would they not be? If we, and we suppose, all the people who say we are elite, we tell people what to do. If you can tell somebody what to do in elections and say, vote for A or B or C, why will you not be able to tell them how to improve their lives? In fact, it's very funny that they themselves, some of my colleagues, will tell you that, that the Nigerian cow, that the yield from milk is so low and all that, but that the yield from the one that is in an environment that is and that the meat is more tender, is bigger and all that. They will tell you all this, but the point is, why don't you want to do it? Why do you want another citizen to be a second-class citizen?
Well, the point here really, Senator, is that if there, I'm wondering whether along with this proposed ranching bill, there is an education component.
Obviously.
Right.
The point really is that everything is encompassed within it. All it takes is the willingness to do it.
Right.
And of course, we have said that since the bill has passed the second reading, so it's going to go to the point where everybody will be invited. So we invite Mieti Allah. We invite the Nigerian Farmers Association from each state and all that. We invite each governor because they also have a role to play. Then, when everyone is there, what are the issues that we will now have to deal with? It's just for us to be able to talk to each other with an open mind.
So there's still a long process.
Of course, there's a process that we must have to pass through. But what we don't want is a situation where whenever the matter comes up, all manners of obstacles are put on the way to make sure that Nigerians will continue to be at each other's throat, and non-Nigerians are coming in and killing Nigerians and taking over their land, because that is another subset of the problem. Of course, it's a problem that everybody is looking at and people are avoiding to talk about it. We cannot avoid to talk about it. Whole villages, areas of the plateau, of the Benue, and even stretching all the way now to Enugu State, down to my own state in Abia. Why? Would somebody come and say, we're just going to let our cows to graze, and if you complain, they kill you because they have the high-powered rifles which the farmer doesn't. We must make mention.
That's the follow-up. And that is also his argument. However, behind that same bill, which we believe is a Ruga in disguise, here is what we found. The reason why the Fulani North, that will never, I'm talking about their political leaders, so they will never invest a dime. Okay? 25 years ago, when the military left, some people thought they were going to have a small London by now. Nigeria was going to be a great country. 25 years after the military, in this demonstration of grace, we are discussing the right of cows. If the cows should be in the ranch, or the cows should be roaming. So the reason why these northern rogues don't want the bill is that even though it sounds like every state must give land, but inside that bill, it says the land must come from the state where the Fulanis come from. So you as a Fulani, you can't say you're a Fulani from Oyo. It's impossible. or you are a Fulani from Enugu, no way. So you'd have to go back to Sokoto. And what is wrong in that? So they're asking them to say, no, every state must give land. And even when they told them that, okay, yeah, we can make it law that every state must give land, they believe that it is a deceit to deceive them, because the land in Nigeria is controlled by states and by, by expectation. The state from southern Nigeria, as mad as some of the governors are, they are still afraid to give any piece of land for Ruga. So these Fulani guys believe that if they were deciding to supporting it, number one, it will become very much official for every state to go after these terrorists, just using that law alone. No to open grazing. Now, if they kind of come after these terrorists under that law, so they may claim and say, well, you didn't give us ranching. Ranches. They'll say, did you buy one? Did you buy land? Or did you offer to buy land and you were not sold? So they believe that these southern guys, they are plotting something to lure them. So to them, no, we don't care. Even if the bill says they should give us land, we don't trust you. No, we don't care. So we'll shut it down. So after that, there are many things to shut down, because you see this talk about regionalism, regional system in Nigeria is actually gaining its own momentum. While they are waiting to celebrate the 25 years of democracy or demonstration of grace, this pseudo democracy in Nigeria tomorrow, and others are kind of mobilizing to protest against the lawlessness as well as the economic hardship of this regime in Nigeria. Listen, there were those who believed that in their own mind, the easy way out for Nigeria from all of this madness is, number one, to break the desperation for wanting to be president of Nigeria by reducing the term to just a 6-year single term. Okay? And they're already pushing the bill. Now, they talk about regionalism. They talk about creation of new states. They talk about reducing the terms of office for governors and then presidents. All of this, to me, they are pure distractions to make you think maybe there is actually something that can be done to salvage Nigeria and, disarm you and kind of make you so engaged over nonsense. And then Koolu manipulates that, get himself rigged back in, while the rest of you are deluded with some of this distraction, like we are waiting for the new law, we are waiting for these amendments, we are waiting for this regional system, or we are doing a meeting and all of that. They are ready to roll out money. In the coming days and weeks, you are going to begin to see groups talking more about all these things. But for me, it's part of, let's keep them busy, sort of. But I am still going to kind of share that with you because of those things you'll probably be paying your attention or paying attention on in the coming days and weeks. They are pure distractions, and this is why. Here is Ikenga explaining to us why 4-year term will solve Nigeria problem and other things like elections and all. Okay, so I've got a few, just this part and others.
Part of our firm commitment to see a new and working Nigeria, an effective and efficient nation where justice and equity reign supreme. We're a group of over 30 reform-minded lawmakers from different political parties who have come together and committed to ensuring a working Nigeria, using legislative instruments within our power to ensure the reduction of cost of governance and campaigns, unite our country, ensure a seamless transition and continuity, uninterrupted development, justice, equity, and independence of INEC, including the efficient use of state resources, tackling of nepotism and corruption in our electoral process. There is no doubt that our country is in desperate need of a long-lasting solution to our economic situation. Insecurity, disunity, weak institutions, weak healthcare and education sector, and waste of state resources. We have now reached a critical phase where what is at stake is the very survival of Nigeria as one political and economic unit. We must rise to the challenge, and what we do with this opportunity given to us by our people matters a lot. We, the reformers, elected representatives of the people from different political parties and strong like minds, are committed on proving that we are fully capable of managing our affairs together as a nation. Hence, as the first step in our commitment, we are presenting to the public views and proposals which we are pushing on the floor of the 10th Assembly. Most of them have gone through first reading. These bills will touch on every aspect of development in all sectors of our economy and well-being as a nation. These bills, which are 50 in numbers, most of them have gone through first reading. But today, we are starting with public unveiling of 6 of them, while the remaining will come in the weeks ahead. It ranges from governance, economic restructuring, security, justice sector reform, to social bills that will target unifying our nation and ensuring long-lasting peace and national cohesion. The reformers are cognizant of the fact that Nigeria in times past has deliberated on and accepted some of the proposals in the bills. We are presented in several reform processes, including the Wales Electoral Reform, Ken Namani Electoral Reform, the Udoji Civil Service Reform, the Confab Report, the Obasanjo, Jonathan, IBB and Abacha Reform effort, and several others. These works by eminent Nigerians, including lawmakers in the past, have been long abandoned despite the time and resources committed to them. It is time we revisited those reports, adopt some of the silent proposals, and adjust them to fit the current realities. Therefore, the bills presented today will address that proposal. On governance.
So that's Ikenga, but he's not alone. So they want to go and review all reports from Babangida's time to Abacha, to Obasanjo, to Yaradua, Jonathan, to Boko Haram. I don't know. No, Boko Haram didn't have any report. And indeed, they believe that that's going to resolve the Nigeria problems. Okay? I don't like them when they write things and reading them like that, by the way. So here is what other members of the reformer, I think they are called the reformer. Here is what they have to say. Please listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the press, I remain Honorable Dr. Midala Usman Balami. I represent Askira Uba, Howell Federal Constituency from Borno State. Thank you. Just to add to what my colleagues have already said, if you look at the bill we seek to pass, the bill summarizes unity. It talks also about peace and stability of Nigeria. We believe that for any development to happen, we must be united in Nigeria, and Nigeria must be peaceful. And it is on this purpose that we look at it that coming up with a single term, most especially looking at a rotation from the south and from the northern part of Nigeria, it can provide some stability to Nigeria, and we'll be able to work together to enhance development. You will agree with me that we have a lot of young people that have gone through difficulties, schools, and now we have bulk of number of unemployed young people that are out there. We have human potentials in Nigeria. We must harness these potentials. The world is ruled by ideas, and these ideas, we must be able to harness these ideas to be able to trigger and facilitate the development of Nigeria. And that is exactly what we want to tap. We want to ensure that all potential of young people is utilized. That is by providing opportunity for a rotation from the presidency to the governorship and to local government election. Given this full participation, you will understand that people will have roles to play at different levels, and Nigeria will be better off. We cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. And that is why you see these committed reformers are here to say, let's think differently. Let's do things differently. And ensure that Nigeria have a choice. Nigeria have something to say, this is working, this we need to alter it, and we must work together as a team, united, peacefully, and ensure that Nigeria develop. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, my name is Honorable Professor Paul Namchi. I represent the great people of Enugu East and the issues of federal constituency. I am from Enugu State. It's little wonder why I'm here, because I also think I belong to the two arts. I haven't come from the academics into this, the National Assembly. I also want to tell that what we are here doing is to tell the world that our economy, our progress, our good governance is tied to good and effective and transparent election. If we don't have good election, there's no way you can give what you don't have. If you come by bad election, you give us bad election because you want to sustain what you're coming with. The people of the country are tired.
Don't worry, we'll get that. Now, you see them, there's actually one or two more. You should also listen to what they are pushing. I don't know, I just kind of feel like more of these clowns, like the way they were debating national anthem. Why can't these clowns be bold enough, right, to move a motion that is going to include referendum in that their trashy book? I mean, that one is just going to be like a church agbasa. Abi, service come to the end. If any of them decide to actually move a real motion, a motion that allows a referendum where everybody will have a chance to actually say, yes, we want to be part of this contraption. I mean, somebody should be bold enough with all of these bills flying left, right, and center. National anthem, new states, which other one? 6-year term. All this nonsense. They are just pure distractions to just keep you talking and busy. And then they can easily have something to say, oh, we will work with you, Loriro. We will give you this, so and so, when they can't. You know that.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Stop trying to think you know the solution. Politicians are always there trying to pretend that I have the solution. You don't. The real solution is to ask all of us, at least right now. That's how much consciousness people now have. Let's ask everybody who still want to be part of this contraption, right? Push that kind of bill, and I will be their fan. But listen to the other part.
With this, thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen of the press. Actually, if you look at what's happening today, it is bringing Nigeria closer to being what Nigeria should be. By the way, my name is Honorable Attorney Matthew Wogu. I speak for the people of Abombise, Ngopala Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. Now, why has it taken us so long to come to this point? It is simply because when you recycle
at a point, the products can never be useful anymore. You have to throw them away and bring in new products. That is why if you are involved in recycling, at a point you don't need those products anymore. Nigeria needs a total holistic change in terms of our electoral process. My colleagues have enumerated many of the reasons why we are doing what we are doing. But most importantly, if one is elected and he knows that he has a term of 6 years, he will perform for the 6 years because he'll be interested in his legacy. But these elections every 4 years makes it difficult for people. They perform for 2 or 3 years, believing that we have this thinking span that says, okay, he has performed. Then the next 4 years, they do whatever they want to do and go because you have already elected them. But if we make it a 6-term, single term, people will start working from the first day until their last day. Secondly, our elections being held the same day seizes these scattered elections where undue influences causes the outcome. In most elections that are scattered, the government in power carries the day. So we must come to a conclusion how everybody will be brought back to the table. All these scattered elections brought back, Nigerian elections held the same day. That way there will be no undue influence. People are no longer voting people of their choice. Those in power now carry the elections the way they want, simply because the challenges are there, but they are in charge of the security and other apparatus of the electoral process. That is the more reason why we must bring this thing to the table. Let Nigeria begin to behave like those countries that are democratic. If there are going to be scattered elections, let it be as a result of impeachment or death, but not because an electoral umpire or the court ruled that you are the governor on this particular day. From that particular day, you are sworn in. And then they will discount the number of days that the election was held. So your term starts running from that day. What that means is that if you are in power, you control the state. So we believe that when we all join together, that's why we are seeking your help here, and begin to bring things to the table. Nigerians will know that, yes, there's better ways to do things. I really appreciate the number I'm seeing here today covering this, and I believe with your help, Nigeria will be a better place to live. Thank you very much.
He has no job. He has.
All talk, politicians, their own solution to stop electoral violence, election manipulation, riggings, and all of that, or those in power controlling the result of the elections, is by proposing a 6-year term. So that because people are desperate, they want to be in power. Okay, maybe if they know that in 6 years' time, another person can be, they can have that chance, maybe they will not be so desperate. That's their solution, politicians. They'll tell you they are actually looking for solution, right? And then they will create, they create problems. Then in the process of solving that problem, they'll say, we are trying to fix the problem. So they will create more problems so that they will have more things to solve. And it is endless. Unfortunately, it is the same all over the world, but it is so different in Nigeria because in Nigeria, where they are playing these games, they are watching their own citizens being killed and slaughtered or dying based on this this game of creating a problem and then offering to solve the problem. In the process of solving the problem, pretending to be solving the problem, you create more problems so that you have more problems to resolve. And then you need more time. You need more than 4 years. You need 8 years. Or maybe you need 6 years. Then you need another 6 years. And just like that, because there's too many problems to resolve without resolving any at all. Politicians. It's unfortunate. So, and then talking about this regional system and all that, see, Dr. Charles Akpoki again, okay? He has something to say, and I want you to listen, please. But he said, somebody will be like, say please. Sorry, I want to say something quickly. We are almost at 2,000 of us on YouTube. If you haven't really subscribed to this channel and you love what you have been seeing so far, please do. If you haven't paid your own offering, which is like the broadcast, take a moment and go do that. Then come back and continue the engagement. Dr. Charles, regional system rumor.
So I have proposed the following, because the first thing is that the sense of unity and belonging in this country must be actualized. This anthem that you are asking us to sing, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand, must become a reality. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. Must become a reality, and this is why I am proposing this. Presently, we have 6 geopolitical zones, and we must build on these 6 geopolitical zones. Number 1, let's have 6 presidential candidates emerge from the 6 zones. We now have a presidential council of 6 presidents from the 6 political zones. I think in Spain, they have something close to that, where people from Barcelona, the Basque region, they have a president in the federal presidential council. We must design our own system. So we have 6 presidents, each from this zone. So we'll have 1 from Southeast, 1 from South-South, 1 from Southwest, North Central, Northeast, Northwest. So the country is represented. The country is represented. And they will stay for 12 years instead of 1 man, either staying for 6 years, the one that is being proposed, or the one of 1 man staying for 8 years. And then this presidential council will have a presidential spokesman every 2 years. He will be the president of the country for 2 years. His duties will involve ceremonial activities, while day-to-day governance is a collective responsibility of the 6-man presidential council. What are the benefits of this? Number 1, all regions of the country will be represented. Number 2, nearly all religions will be represented. Number 3, as it is being rotated within a space of 12 years, we will have had all segments of this country become president of this country. The next thing is that because collective decision will be taken, 1-man dictatorship, which we are seeing in this country, will not take place. 1 man cannot corner all portfolios and whatever to 1 tribe, 1 race, 1 region, like as Buhari did when he was in power. And so this 6-man presidential council, they will share portfolios. Usually the portfolios that are very relevant in governance in Nigeria include the following: petroleum, works, defense, internal affairs, finance, and external affairs. We can put the portfolio of external affairs under the man who is the presidential spokesman.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take India. It is smoke Igbo. It is take India.
So just in case if we have anybody in the audience that is also filled with such imagination, that's why I brought a video to you. Okay? Because don't rule it out. There are those who feel like, oh, this wala too much. It'd be like, say, the problem of Nigeria is everybody wants to be president. Okay? So what if we just put a system together that makes it easier for you to be president? Maybe we'll have peace. The people that imagination won't finish. But I say Dr. Charles Akpoki is becoming one of them, or he's probably one of them, but he's not alone. There are people who have that kind of idea. Like them bury your placenta inside this Lord Lugard Nigeria. Abba, we are trying to say, okay, if the conversation around this contraption comes up, make everybody try, brace up, and do everything they can, to go their separate ways. Una they bring idea. Like, why must you always like want to be kilo share when you're white? What is wrong with people? Why are you so afraid to stay alone? Why do you want to placate some people and think in return they are going to give you good life? Why are you proposing a system that allows the continuation of this madness? Baba, Nigeria is a place where they say true, Baba, I'll tell you true. We don't like ourselves, so we can't wait to kill ourselves. Every given opportunity, everybody don't come out a cutlass. Come out now, this is now gone. People just want to finish you simply because you are Igbo, Yoruba, or you are this. And right now, everybody is endangered. Why do you want to keep this contraption? Why? What is wrong with some of you elderly people too? Now, you agree this whole thing is messed up. A lot of you witness the regional system. Support it. Which one is a sixth president? For who? For what? Everybody, they go in separate ways, right? If there's a chance for us to sit down, people who have a lot in common, in proximity, let them discuss and march together and enjoy their own autonomy. It won't need sixth president. Don't join them in promoting that kind of idea. Doctor, if you are watching this video, stop Shebe, stop that. Professor, don't do that anymore. That's your second video that I saw. And I was like, I know a lot of people have this idea. It is GPT. It is deceit. What you are witnessing in Nigeria today is called clash of civilization. Somebody already said it. There were those who genuinely, who intentionally kept the people, or a certain population of northern Nigeria in the dark. They want them to remain like that. They want them to see that if they want something and they can't get it, they can go out and kill people. So that they, the politicians, can go warn the rest of Nigeria. The reason why our people are killing people is because, they want something. So then somebody is saying for peace. When unity begging gone. When unity begging gone, begging for unity. There's no point in begging. We can all do well in our different abode. There's no need to break the whole thing up. If you want to break up into 6 countries, I support that. If you want to break up into 16 countries, I support that. Papa, I won't need Berugon. Why would they fear? There are countries all over Europe, all over the world with population of 5 million people. Niger Republic, Chad, Mali, Burkina Faso, they are all landlocked countries, right? But they are countries. They still function. It won't be gone. This idea of this contraption is not working for anyone. Any idea of trying to say, I have an idea. Like they will say, when I was in Ejebu, right, in Odogbolu. So there is this kind of a joke And it's a joke from somebody who is drunk. Somebody who is who pretend that they are drunk or stupid. Okay? Because in Yoruba land, right? Whenever we are having the Ijala out there is where they are doing this, this pediatric or so of the hunter. Is hunter, I think it is called hunter's rhyme, or so I don't know. Ijala out there, that's what we call it in Yoruba land. Okay, say man koriko. Or in Ijebu, right? So it's like a man koriko. And that is, I want to sing a song. And then everybody will be like, Oya ko. But because that person is acting stupid, okay? So they will kind of pop up and be like, they'll say, yeah, sing now. And then the next thing will be, you expect them to sing the hunters a rhyme or da. And then they will just be like, twinkle, twinkle, little star. I'll be like, oh, F off, man. Here you get. That is exactly, okay? That is exactly what some people, right, when they want to offer you a solution, they say, I have an idea on how to make Nigeria work. I have a solution. Oh, yeah. Then others will be like, don't say it. Please, swallow that. Swallow it. It is better to keep your mouth shut and let everybody think you are intelligent than for you to open your mouth and erase all doubt. You know, people can look at you and be like, this person must be intelligent too. Look at the dressing. Look, this guy must be professor. And professors are like, intelligent people must see the way he looks. He must be very intelligent. And then they say, oh yeah, Egba Mike is sorrow. And you started talking like person where we say, he no get sense at all. And they say, God damn it, man. Person if you judge a book by the cover. Oh. I thought they said this person a professor. About now, so we see him. Professor in what? You want to hear him? What? Tell us, professor in what? He's a professor in Arabic study. Oh no, I thought, you know what I mean? Like, he's a professor in a religious study. They say a religious study professor. No wonder. Anyway, we do have people like that. Keep your solution about Nigeria, my dear. Keep it. Swallow it. The only solution to that contraptions and many problems is just to stop doing the same thing again and again and expect a different result. Have you ever met a mad Nigerian that is also, and listen, I don't want to generalize. I just saw this video and I'm like, oh my God, why people the grace for Nigeria? I'm talking about those of you who are not in Nigeria. Those of us who are not in Nigeria, who feel so much closer to what is happening in Nigeria. There is no amount of closeness that Mayogun brings you to what is happening in Nigeria that is also going to be close. It's never going to be close to experiencing the madness in Nigeria. Nigeria is a place where the oppressed, the impoverished Nigerians, they actually have strong, a passionate hatred towards Peter Obi that is not in government than they have against the people in government. I've never seen anything like this before. Like people are angry. They are angry with Obi. Not like the way they are actually angry at the government that is destroying their lives. And it is strange, honestly. Like, I would expect them to spend more energy in chasing down the Tinubu's roguish, illegitimate government. Use that such energy, right? And see maybe something will change. But there are those of them that what you see on social media, those rhetorics you see on social media, those hateful rhetorics, divisive rhetorics, you need to see what they look like outside. Here is one of Showore's supporters, unfortunately. This is not funny though. It is an harassment. Or I want you to take a look at his eyes and tell me this is not a madman. Tell me, I will believe you that this is not a madman.
Me anyway want to show me, I will speak the truth for you. Let them know this truth, that Nigeria is dark, Nigeria is backward, Nigeria is useless, Nigeria is suffering because of dogma of religion, dogma of tribe. Look at this one telling me rubbish about Obi. He doesn't know who Obi is. Go and ask Obi who is his chief butcher. James Wanfo. Where is the Wanfo? Daki Izu youth. Daki Okuzu youth. Inside the Zoo River, answer 2020. Where were this marker? Where were you when we were shot at and let it again? You just switch right now. It's in Canada as a figure thief because of these thinking people. He goes to school, he's not educated. What is your school? Nigerian school is a rubbish place to go. I hate the schools I went to. They are rubbish. I trash all those rubbish. You know what can save you? It's not God. It's not Satan. It is you that will lead yourself by a revolution now. If you don't revolt, obedient people are zombies. No naira, you are still obedient. Me anyway want to show me.
So tell me, do you think that person is normal? I mean, I have seen Showore supporters on social media. Almost the energy, you can easily tell. It's so coordinated that I'm kind of asking myself too, like, oh, this energy. You could easily channel them into maybe actually facing those who are ruining your lives. That you are so scared of somebody who has no power, who have no nothing, to affect any of your lives as we speak. I mean, you are so terrified of him. So terrified of him. There are some of you are like, physically like lunatics. I don't understand. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I don't know. It's been a while that, I have seen the level of frustration displayed by some people who I would sort of believe they believe in themselves that they have something to rescue Nigeria. And when they say revolution now, I say that too. There could be a lot of things going on behind the scene. Okay? But I never expected somebody to go that in a commercial bus for coming in contact with obedience. But the obedient are the ones insulting. That's what they make you believe, Abi. The obedient are those who have no respect. They are so aggressive. They are this. Even Showore went online and said, I don't want the supporters of him. I don't want the obedient to support me because I do not want supporters that go out there to oppress people and assault people. But what do you call this if it's not madness? Tell me again.
Me anyway want to show me, I will speak the truth for you. Let them know this truth, that Nigeria is dark, Nigeria is backward, Nigeria is useless, Nigeria is suffering because of dogma of religion, dogma of tribe. Look at this one telling me rubbish about Obi. He doesn't know who Obi is. Go and ask Obi who is his chief butcher. James Wanfo. Where is the Wanfo? Daki Izu youth. Daki Okuzu youth. Inside the Zoo River, answer 2020. Where were this marker? Where were you when we were shot at and let it again? You just switch right now. It's in Canada as a figure thief because of these thinking people. He goes to school, he's not educated. What is your school? Nigerian school is a rubbish place to go. I hate the schools I went to. They are rubbish. I trash all those rubbish. You know what can save you? It's not God. It's not Satan. It is you that will lead yourself by a revolution now. If you don't revolt, obedient people are zombies. No naira, you are still obedient.
So I actually feel sorry for many of you, the obedience. all because you are calling out a bad government, asking for a better one, and people are actually really mad about you guys. I don't understand why. Some said it's because of jealousy, of this or that. Listen, this is not normal. I have never seen where disobedience actually acted violence at anybody. Oh, I really do feel sorry for you. Okay? Those who were supposed to speak for you, they are propagating the propaganda of, they said you are the ones who always want to attack people. You are the ones who always, because they said you are insulting people online. You have no respect. That makes you dangerous. And there are those who are actually walking about in their arts, and they are telling themselves, I hate disobedience. I hate disobedience. Ah, you this. Alaye, come on, man. That's a lady there, and I love the composure of the lady. What could she do? Just record the scene if she, it's unfortunate. Okay? I don't know, maybe because all of you obedient are just too many. They've done so well to make it look like you obedient are Igbos. But they know the truth. But that is not gelling. Okay? They are making the world believe, they are making themselves believe that Peter Obi is the most dangerous person. Now, you are looking at the lunatics who are saying that majority. So if you look at that video there, if you see that video, right, that is just to give you the idea of the type of people you are engaging with on social media. A lot of you have a lot to lose, and that's why you're speaking out. When you see some of the lunatics that are trying to shut you down, instead of going after the criminal government, when you see some of them, you feel sorry for yourself for engaging some of these lunatics. Look at that guy. We didn't say that person is normal. Like normally, would you say that person is normal? Of course not. Nothing is normal in Nigeria. Listen to this police officer from Zamfara.
We can say now banditry is an industry in Zamfara state. Last month, we arrested a member of the State House of Assembly in Banditry, here in Zamfara state. We arrested a district head we also as well arrested a former local government chairman. So you can see that involvement of this class of people in banditry is more making the situation to become more and more complex. So in essence, I can say that all caliber of people now are involved. All manner of people are involved in this banditry. More alarming and more disturbing is the involvement of a district head in supplying drugs to the bandits. So in that respect, your presence here today
I know it is a crime scene. Nigeria is a crime scene. And that police officer, commissioner of police in Zamfara, confirmed what you and I knew just before now. Of course, we know that the terrorism in Nigeria is an industry as we speak. It's a very, very lucrative industry. And apart from those who are their sponsor and those who are protecting them, there are other enablers within the whole communities making their life even more easier. Of course, it's an industry. The problem is that now that you know that it is an industry, or since when you knew that it's an industry, what did you do about it? Arrest. We have arrested. They always arrest. But there's never any conviction of all these terrorists. Never. Somebody said the obedient also abuse people. Baba, listen. when all of them they attack on ourselves, I understand that. Okay, let's say articulutas now attacking the bat idiots. Okay, the revolutionaries attacking obedience, and vice versa, just like that, right? That's understandable. That is just all of you kind of being silly. Just like somebody said that even the obedient are silly for believing that they can actually participate in an election under this same INEC. You may be right. But what happened to respecting everybody's position, especially if that is their own choice of standing up against the establishment? What happened to if I want Nigeria to break and you want Nigeria to go regional system, or others wanted the Nigeria that they believe they can rescue apart from this one? As long as you are standing up, actually really standing up for something that is making the establishment count their days, what happened to all of us kind of respecting that? But yet, they attack on ourselves. And again, I may not be able to kind of control that. But what I'm saying here is this. I have never seen Peter Obi say anything against any opposition. Likewise, Atiku. Okay? However, if all of us here talks about respecting everyone's sort of view, and here is something, the obedient says they can fix Nigeria. Showore says he too can fix Nigeria. Showore own is even more like really ridiculous, okay? Because if you are a member of this platform, and you probably should remember when Showore was like a regular, and there's no time he came here that he won't even attack Obi, of course. But it's like kind of a pass for him, okay? But you know something? Showore came on to Mayegun's Diary Politico twice. He said it on this platform twice. That the first time he said, it is ridiculous for anybody to go and collect PVC because PVC is poverty validation card. And I asked him, are you going to participate in their next charade, 2023? It was like, it is absolute waste of time and rubbish. Nonsense. Which was like, I'm not participating in their. Okay, great. Show. Good one. Then he came here the other time. Again, I asked, are you going to be, we don't even know, are you participating in the election in 2023? He said, no. It will never. I even reminded him, I said, is PVC still poverty validation card? He said, yes. I said, great. Because we know they support anybody here, but we support those who are ready to escalate whatever is going to trigger either revolution and all of that. He said, yes, people shouldn't be participating in the election. But Showore went behind us and just started seeing his poster. And Showore would possibly wanted us to then come and say, vote for Showore for better Nigeria, when majority of us don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria anymore. Showore himself came on this platform to tell us how many of us, we have already detached ourselves from Nigeria. Okay, we have broken away from Nigeria mentally. He said it. But he said he believed that he could fix Nigeria. That was then anyway. So how dare you then go around and be like, the obedient are bad, the Showore is bad, when both of you are saying you want to fix the contraption? And to people like us, both of you are lying. Or all of you supporting them, you are being lied to. And one of the things that makes Nigerians so angry is that they hate being told that they are being lied to. Those of you who are following Showore to say you want to rescue Nigeria, those of you following Obi that you want to rescue Nigeria, you are all the same. But I have never seen where, our own Showore, vintage Showore, actually gleefully, he enjoys it, I think. To remind all of us how Obi is this, Obi is that, but the same Showore that we know would never keep quiet if there's actually something to put out there on Obi. But he won't do that. So to us, we believe that Showore is helping the establishment to further keep those of you who have become, who have now become politically conscious, but still somehow being deceived, though, right? Is helping the Tinubu's government to make the revolution impossible. His actions is going to make it impossible. And then, but nevertheless, I can still do yourself what you do yourselves, because I don't think there's anything I can do about that. But none of you will deny what I just said now. You won't. Okay? So yeah, it is a crime scene. And then, yeah, Showore supporters do it too. Obi supporters do it too. And then Showore told us that Obi supporters are dangerous. They oppress people. How? How now? Show how? Come on. So instead of all of this, and I don't know if he's enjoying it or it has earned him more, it has earned him more enemies than friends. But I don't mean enemy like enemy. I mean those that would never, ever probably be on the same table with, Showore, and that makes his revolution possibly impossible. It has to be a revolution that is spontaneous, where Showore is not part of it. That's my view. Now, going to the next step. In fact, my time is up. I was going to play you a clip of this senator who said, despite the National Assembly of Nigeria now passing, you remember that when Akpabio wanted to pass the supplementary budget of Wike, 98.5 billion naira supplementary budget. Baba, FCT has their own budget for 2024. It has been approved and passed though. The 2024 never reached third quarter or last quarter, where Wike is asking for extra money. And they said, the senator representing Abuja FCT, Ireti, had to cry out in her voice. She had to cry out that they are treating her like she doesn't exist. Listen.
Only senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, and I rise on Order 10. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring the matter to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. But if the matter is raised in the Committee of the whole Senate, the chairman shall leave the chair to report progress. Can I continue, sir?
Moving under 2 orders or only just under 10? If it's under 10, you said...
And 11.
And 11? Okay, read.
Can I speak, sir?
Yes.
I would like to draw the attention of the Senate to the fact that I am the highest elected office in the Federal Capital Territory, where 4 million people live. I also want to call to the attention of the Senate that though I am in the Committee of the Federal Capital Territory, whenever critical matters like budget or anything to do with the FCT is being discussed, I am never told. All I see is that it has been brought to the Senate. Sir, in the Federal Capital Territory...
No, the civil senator Ireti.
Please, may I finish speaking?
The order you are referring to, it says any senator may rise, and that senator shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed. You have your motion. Okay, so we suspend it till tomorrow.
Jay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will
Amen. Nigeria women will not cry in vain. So that's Ireti King Gibe, the senator representing FCT, Abuja. Our constituency is FCT, but she's been so undermined. And yeah, you know, that was out there trying to raise that complaint. And Akpabiole had to shut her down. Do you have the motion? I'm making the motion. Maybe we should continue tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Anyway, there is like one or two other clips I want to share. It is from Goodluck Egbere Jonathan, but it is a long watch, and we need to have exhausted my 2 hours. So it is time for me to open the line. However, before we do that, right, here is Goodluck Egbere Jonathan telling Nigerians how the South Africans were shocked that Nigerians go to court after elections. See, the person will be like Mongo Park. You don't discover something. Oh, the South Africans were so shocked. You know, we shouldn't be going to court for elections. Damn it, man, Jonah, come on, stop it.
Goes to court is very, very strange. The South Africans lose the election and they proceed to court. It's very, very strange. But if a Nigerian politician loses the election and you don't go to court, it is very strange. It's very strange. And this is serious. Even when I was a vice president, a Nigerian South Africa, we had a binational commission and we were celebrating 10 years. So that was the program we had. And the deputy president then was a lady. And that time our cases stay in court for a very long time. Of course, that one has affected the tenure of states. We have off-season elections and so on. So I wanted to know from her, what do they do in South Africa? So I asked how long does it take for the judicial system to conclude these elections at the end of voting? See, that's the vice president, a very senior member of the African National Congress then. She first hesitated, as if what I was telling her was, she said, why should somebody go to court after losing the election? So she was surprised that in Nigeria people go to court after losing the election. And why should it happen that way? The judiciary will help us. But my thinking is that 50% of those who go to court because they felt they were cheated by the electoral management system. They were rigged out. And when you feel like rigged, naturally you have to go to court. So assuming the elections are properly conducted, that 50% will not go to court. The next 50% that go to court is that they know they failed the election, but they feel they can use the judiciary to declare them winners. So if the judiciary don't declare who don't win election that they are winners, that remaining 50% who will not go to court. In South Africa, the electoral management body will never compromise, and they all know. So if you lose election, you just wait for the next election.
Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah.
But he is right. If the electoral umpire actually do their job, majority of those that they said they should go to court, they won't have any reason to go to court. Then if the judiciary is not corrupt, that is there for the highest, the judgment is for the highest bidder. Then majority of the politicians with bag of money who lost elections, they will never go to court. And that is it. You will never have all this drama. He's right about that. But when you get cheated, you expect the law to help you. Then the law is misinterpreted because the person that cheated you is now in power. The judge is going to benefit. Maybe a promotion, maybe a car, a new house, by just saying he won when he didn't. You know that. So everybody go to the court, they spend so much money, then the judgment, the judgment is sold. And then the whole cycle continues. Well, that's where we're going to draw the curtains, Yari, tonight. The line is going to be opened in the next 1 minute. You can call in if you want to be part of this tonight, okay? But if you really want to go to bed now, I will understand. But don't leave without liking the broadcast, without sharing it. If you have not done any of this, please do that just before you go. I will be back in a minute, or a minute and a half. Thank you. Hello there.
Hello, my God.
You need to mute that, by the way. Now you are connected.
I've muted it.
Brilliant. How are you this evening?
I'm fine, Michael. How are you? Thank you so much again for everything that you do. Please let me just encourage everyone who is on the platform. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't.
You know, when somebody will be like, just say please. I'm not going to do it if you don't say please. I say please.
Yeah, and I'm saying please, just like, share, and subscribe. I'm saying please, I'm begging you. You know, we need more people. We need to recruit more Templars, people to share this platform, because I feel like, you know, the work you're doing is so critical to, you know, the things that we want to achieve. So more people hearing it, more people waking up, basically, you know, is what we need. So I'm going to be quick because I was making points as I was listening to your talk today. I didn't want to start with this guy, but I want us to start with him because I feel like, you know, a lot of us were laughing, but that is a very broken human being, and he represents a whole lot of Nigerians. Nigerians are broken. See that man shouting in that bus, the way he was shouting.
Video too, Charm.
Yeah, I saw that video, and it broke my heart because that man, when you take everything that he has said on its own, there's really nothing he said that didn't have merit, apart from the Obi part, which nobody can verify. And I want to ask anyone who lived in Anambra State at the time when Obi was governor, if what he was saying is true, because if it's true, let us know. It has actually
been debunked.
Right?
It is not true. Okay. But for political talk, they've been repeating it and repeating
it. They've been repeating it.
There's a little behind that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, if it has been debunked, then the reason is that they still want to discredit him somehow, right? So, I mean, it really made me, you know, a little bit sad because, I mean, there's nothing he has said that is a lie. You know, the religious have failed the people, right? There's so many things. Nigeria is a dark place. The schools in general are not worthy of even being called schools, right? So there's really nothing he said that was a big lie. It's just that his delivery, you could tell that this is a broken person. This is a person who is not, frustration, to the extreme. And he also represents a large number of Nigerians. A large number of Nigerians are frustrated.
Why is he so angry with somebody because of what that person probably, even though we may not have seen the video or what happened before that part, right? But what kind of rage will be inside of you that much that, because I understand when people speak like that, it's because they are so angry.
Well, his anger is misdirected. His anger is directed at obedience. His anger should really be directed at the people who are currently in power, who are making nothing happen, who are giving you excuses, who are doing nothing to resolve any issues, but just coming up with all kinds of solving problems that we do not have. Do you understand? National anthem, this and that and the other. Things that we couldn't care less about. That is where he needs to direct his anger. Directing his anger at somebody who is obedient. Everyone, that's one thing I've always stood for. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own beliefs. Because I always keep saying it. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for everything.
That's right.
So if people are, if these people obedient, believe in the one Nigeria, believe that Obi can deliver that one Nigeria for them, by all means, let them stand where they are. While you stand where
for something. That's what I said too.
Exactly.
Don't
they're standing for something. Don't get mad, right? They're standing for something, and I think part of the problem is us even refusing to see the places where we can ally with each other. People who talk about Obi not being able to. I know that Obi is one person, and I also listen to Aisha Yusuf a lot. We need more people, more activists in government, more people because Obi can't do it all. Let us just tell ourselves the truth. If you people believe in one Nigeria, and I don't believe in one Nigeria, I don't even want to hear the name Nigeria. I would rather that name Nigeria was left in the past of our colonial history, just where it belongs, not in this present day Nigeria, right? But when you think about breaking up this country or breaking up this contraption, right? You know that under Tinubu, it's not going to happen, and that will lead me, nicely into the next point I'm trying to make. Anyone who believes that a regional government under Tinubu is going to look like anything that you want it to look like, you are, according to Martinelli, I have an island for sale. You can write me and I will sell it to you, because this man is not ready to do anything.
A quick sale.
Yes. Okay. If that means you can believe anything anybody is selling you.
That's right.
A regional government proposed by Koolu and these criminals that we have in power is never going to look like anything that we want it to look like.
No.
They would twist
and
it
we
in
have
such
been
a way
told
that
the ones we have in public, it's actually not the real one. That one is just to test people's reaction, and it seems that they could bring this their real plan out soon.
Oh, absolutely. That the real plan is going to come out, and then what will now be left is for Nigerians to respond to that real plan and say, you know what, this is not working for us. I want to just say a few things real quickly, because I know other people want to call. This Yuguda man that talked about the cows and everything, the lies that he's peddling there, and I believe that this is the same lie he peddles to his own people, right? About how the white man drew a grazing route from the north to the south. Please, he shouldn't come out and be saying those kind of things without the receipt. Don't tell us to go to go and check the Gazette or whatever. Bring it and show us.
Show us.
Because yes, it is the burden of proof is on you. You are the one saying it, so you need to show us where that Lord Lugard was drawing that his map from north to south for grazing route, right? So these are the lies that you tell yourself. But I don't blame him, my ego. Do you know who I blame? I blame the south, the southwest, the southeast. Prior to the colonial era, right? When people eating meat. Were we not eating meat?
Well, we were.
Were we waiting for Fulani people to send us meat from wherever they?
In fact, they were completely cut off from the rest of the South, and it was for a reason. Remember that history now. They actually not until 1949 or thereabout, they never really allowed them to meet with the South.
To move into the South. Now,
when were they using their money to feed us then, or to run the economy?
Or to run which economy? They know that this is all lies. So I blame all the southern governments, every single one of them, from the past to the ones that you have currently, because these things are simple things that could have easily been resolved. All of these idiots, all of these useful idiots travel to other countries. Please, they should come and tell me where they've seen a cow traveling from maybe, Texas to New York. to graze, for goodness sake. It doesn't happen. So in any same society, are you saying that we can't have ranches in every single state? Are you saying that that technology is beyond us as a people?
And that's what we are discussing today. And none of them who wanted Nigeria to fund it, and none of them is here to actually start one in northern Nigeria. Start one ranching, build one settlement for Fulani, and show the rest of us how it's done. They want us to do it
right?
From the south.
Now you're talking about Lord Lugard, and like you've always said, some of these people love their oppressors.
Yes.
The white man did this, the white man did that. Because the white man did it doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
So if the white man is built a grazing field from the north to the south, and then in this day and age, the same white man doesn't do the same thing, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why do you want to remain in the past? What stops you from having ranches from the length and breadth of the north? So that even if they must graze, since they can't stay in one place, since you can't, get them waterways, that just, common sense solutions to simple problems. But you want to create a whole problem, displace people, kill people, destroy farmland just because of cows. These people absolutely think that Nigerians are stupid. I think that's the part of the problem, right? No, let me leave here because there's a lot to talk about. I'm sure there are a lot of
before you let more and then even become angry, I could see that rising already. So thank you, Charm. Let's hear from others as well. Okay,
no worries.
You have a good one.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
The prince.
Baba.
Prince JJ representing
IPOB for life.
That's the prince. How are you tonight?
Yeah. I'm fine. Oh, are you, Baba?
Well, I'm here, surviving.
Thank you as usual. I don't tell our people, I see the hot. Let them begin to share this program. I see the hot, I see the drop, and so let's begin to spread them.
Thank you.
That's what you can do. Mayegu is doing well. Mayegu, you are doing very well. Your own duty is to share this program. That is your own duty. That is your own part of contribution, to what Mayegu is doing.
Thank you so much.
So please let us, all of us, let's begin to share now. All group, our private contacts. Thank you for doing that. Mayegu General, you see,
yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Baba. We'll continue to remind our people because the problem that Nigeria and Nigerians have, that they do forget very easily. For the Fulanis, they are not, we are talking of foreign and local Fulanis. They are not, their plan is a long time plan. It's Nigerians that are deceiving themselves. Nnamdi Kanu gave a revelation. He said that they have up to $30 billion worth of war chest. The money that they've reserved for the conquer of Nigeria. This was an intel Nnamdi Kanu gave out. But a lot of people have forgotten about that.
Yeah.
You see? So during COVID, they were moving up and down while every Nigerian was indoors. And these people in the Senate, the way they are speaking, their governors, you will know that this is a plan, a thing that they've planned long time ago. Abdul Salam, he's the one that with them wrote the Fulani army generals, wrote the 1999 constitution, and they make sure that it favors everything, favors the North that never contribute anything to the economy of Nigeria. Only the South contribute 90% to the economy, and them only 10%. But they say we the Nigerians. And when you talk of the North,
we the people.
We the people of Nigeria. Don't forget that when we talk of the North, you hear primarily is the Fulani that are monopolizing the North. They are in charge of 19 at 14 states out of the 19 states of the North, where they are the governors there. They are majority in the Senate and the House of Assembly. It's Fulanis. They make sure that all the top hierarchies, they occupy it. We will continue to remind Nigerians every day about the danger. Our Badalai and my Latvia that they killed told us that 2022 was their main target when Buhari, they wanted to round off Nigeria up with their terrorism. They missed it because that intel came out, and Nnamdi Kanu was there, also giving out intel. They couldn't succeed, you know. And it's quite unfortunate that Turumbu also is there. They are still recruiting terrorists and calling them repentant Boko Haram. They are still recruiting them in all top ministries of go to NMPC. They are the ones there. You know, most of them are not even Nigerians. That is the irony of it. Majority of them are not Nigerians, but they have our passport, they have our ID card. Okay, we'll continue to say this because if you talk, you will die. If you don't talk, you will die. So we better you talk as that man that said, look, I see my hand, though. I've said it, so that when it begins to happen, you will not say.
Oh, no, not go carry me join them. Oh. Please, so remember, so, I'm not sitting on the fence, so that Reverend Father.
So another one is this, Baba. You see, this I know some time ago I told you that in Nigeria we have good, bad, and the ugly. But if you come to the Igbo land, there you will see good, bad, ugly, and the devil. You understand? This guy that went to Ghana, that Igbo guy, is a Biafran. You understand? You need to be somebody like that. If Biafra is in Biafra, we have Biafra as a nation, he will be skinned alive. You know, because he took his own sister involved also in that
can you even that imagine doing that? Like I've been hearing Ghana, about traffickers. I've never thought that somebody would traffic their own sister. It's your own sister.
That is the devil. But that is the devil aspect. You understand? That is the devil aspect I'm telling you. Okay? If you see Biafran that is good, there will be extreme. You know, if you see Biafran that is ugly, there will be extreme. That is that's how Biafrans are. Okay? So that one attitude is the devil one. You know, and then we don't spare our own. That's one thing. I'm saying it publicly. If it's our own thing, we will skin him alive. We'll not go spare him because him be Biafra.
He committed an abomination. Something like that is like a sacrilege.
Yes, it's abomination now. It's abomination. Okay, in those days, nobody will know where he goes. He will just disappear. That's how we do those kind of people in the society. You know, if you commit such abomination, so much, they have where they take them to. Thank you, Jared. Thank you for the good work.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Good one, okay. Yes, sir. And amen to that. Here is another caller. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening, man.
Oh, good evening to you. How are you?
How are you? Good. And you?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you.
My name is John. Is calling from Boston.
John from Boston. Is that right?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, sir. Thanks so much for asking again, okay? So, please, everybody can hear you now.
Okay, before I go to the main topic of today, let me bless you as usual. It shall be well with you.
Amen.
Keep on your good work. May the Lord strengthen you.
Amen.
This battle is not only for you; it's for all of us.
All of us.
May the good Lord strengthen you, give you the wisdom and the understanding to keep your good work. Amen. In the name of Chukwukabiama.
Mazi, please.
I just want to chip in something on Sunday Simon, not for today. on Sunday sermon that you gave
2 days ago.
During Abacha 26 years ago.
Yes, sir.
All those people that was helping Abacha to promote his administration upon millions and thousands of people Abacha killed. They never talk about that. But they keep promoting the Abacha's administration. Abacha looted too much of money that was not recovered.
Yes.
Up to today. The little they recovered, we didn't know where they put the money in.
Relooted.
It's too much. Today, we are hearing the same thing.
Same of the same.
Area too much. They have job us so much. The job that the government have did, they have messed us up. But they have not backed up, they're still doing it. You see what Shawore supporters did in the bus today? In the public transport.
That's something that I was like, no, this is not right. I saw that.
The thing that you have said is a lawless place. Divide it, let everybody go. If Shore want to be a president of Oduduwa, let it go handle Oduduwa. If you want to be president of Oduduwa, you go and handle Oduduwa. If Nnamdi Kanu want to be president of Biafra, let him go and handle it. Being in that contraction can never work. People are dying every day. Hunger are killing every day. Economy has gone. Dollar increasing every blessed day. A place that you will use
inflation is everywhere too.
Okay. A place you will use 6,000 naira and go to market and buy something and get a change. You can't even get something of 6,000 naira. A tubo of yemi 4,500 naira. You have 6,000 and you went home and you went to the market and bought a tubo of yam 4,500. How much left for you? So the youth are not thinking about what they can do to take rid of those thieves. What they are is to fight their fellow youth, to discriminate their fellow youth. Whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian, whether you are pagan, whether you are what kind of religion you are. What they do is to just discriminate them. That is what the foolish politicians have yield into them. Fight yourself, kill yourself, so that we will remain and destroy it. Baba, may the good Lord bless you. Amen. Keep on your good work.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Now let's have another one. Meanwhile, if you haven't really shared this broadcast, or if this is your first time of being on Mayegun's Diary Political, or you just stumbled on this video, like, who is this guy? Listen, if you love what you have been seeing so far, the right thing for you is to go check if you have subscribed. Take a moment and go check. Same thing to those of you who haven't really liked the broadcast. I have another caller. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me? I think the network is acting up. So let me take another one then. Hello.
Good evening, Mario.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Well, I'm very well too. And which days? Bright, right?
Yeah, from Amsterdam.
It is Bright from is that Bright or SAS?
Bob.
Oh, it is Bob. See, I've got SAS, I've got Bright, and they kind of sounded like you too. How are you doing today, Bob?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Mario.
Great.
Thanks for the good job with my and I really appreciate you. You're doing a wonderful job. Yeah, Mayego, you see these things that Nigerians are doing. We should find a way to divide this country because this thing is not going. Look at the six states these people are demanding from Southeast. Do we think it's for the benefit of the masses? It's not. It's just for they want to create another avenue so that some political jobbers that think the money is not coming direct to them, so that it will be coming direct to them. At least they will produce governor.
Yes.
They will produce a governor, produce another, just for their own benefit, for their own 55 million monthly salary they are looking for. That will be going directly for their pocket. Yes, but some people that doesn't know might think they're fighting for the Igbos. They're not fighting for the Igbos. No. Yes, like it's like Ned Nwoko, the Niger Delta man that is advocating for a normal state. He just wants to be governor. It's governor that is hungering him. Because with the present structure, he don't know how he's gonna achieve it. All of them, they don't mean well to anybody. It's just this. Just tell me the contribution.
Advantage of the moment and the people's vulnerability to build political capital out of it. There are people who are buying the lies, though.
Yes. And okay, these people did they mean well? People are demanding for 62,000 or whatever. They want to pay people 62,000 per month. Won't stop them dividing their salary so that these people can be getting 500,000. At least out of 45 million they're getting monthly. Make they short to 30 million. Make they pay people 500,000 if they mean well.
No, that's too much.
Which better job are they doing more than those people that is demanding this money? That will warrant them to be taking that amount of money if they make way for the masses.
Imagine somebody collecting that amount of money, but they are discussing 62,000. If the 62,000 is going to wreck Nigeria, like for real, people.
So the whole thing is terrible, Bayego. Again, every time Buhari have finished his tenure. A lot of people that has died in Buhari regime, nobody is accountable for it, or nobody is going to face justice. No. The whole day that is going to that is happening in Nigeria, nobody will face justice for the whole day, though. No. It's just a free death. In Europe, here, if your administrator kills one person self, you must go in for it. Even if you finish, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. They must call you back to go.
In Nigeria, they are still blamed in death.
So all these things they are doing, they are bringing up, it's just distraction. The tribunal doesn't have anything to offer. It's just you will bring this national entity. They will discuss that for 6 months. After 6 months, you will bring regional government. They will discuss it for 4 years, just to buy time.
Yes.
That's all. They don't have anything to offer.
This is absolute nonsense. It's a waste of time. Then those who are already buying into it will tell you, how do you know? What do you want, Gogon? Chebe, are you not the one saying that we should discuss about Nigeria? Now, Tinubu is about to do that. Now you are still complaining because, yes, they are already willing slaves who are ready to kind of be used. So whatever Tinubu is going to throw at them, there are those who are ready to help him sell it. But we'll be here. We will be.
They just know that with the hunger they have succeeded in putting in the society. Another thing is, how do we keep these people busy? How do we give what topic do we give them today? They will just be creating different stories. So people will be busy hoping like, hey, after this is gonna happen, but nothing gonna happen. Nothing. These people don't have any agenda, no plans. When Nigerians are discussing about Nigeria, you would think they're discussing about country that will function. And the little thing they will be giving you example with UK and the US.
Comparing.
Well, let me stop here anyway. Just another person call. Thanks a lot, dear.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You have a good one, okay? Yeah, I have another caller as well. Let's hope this connects. Can you hear me? Hello.
Oh, yeah, Mario, how are you doing?
I am very well. How are you?
All right, this is Jerry from Texas.
Jerry from Texas. Sir, it's good to have you back.
Bro, yeah. I just want to quickly comment something because I'm happy you brought this up. It has been concerned to me, sort of. But thank God you knocked at it today.
And what is that?
I'll go straight to the point.
Great.
Reading about the things that Omoyele Sowore have been tweeting, fighting, attacking Obi front, left, right, and center. And I just don't know if I have his number, or if there's a way I have his contact, I would have got out this clip or even call him personally and talk to him. I know he won't take it though. But my concern to it is this, that it is too much. It is too much like you have presented. People that are being attacked will not be nice for them to be attacking themselves. Omoyele Sowore, they said that one of his good friends told me at the time that his anger is that Obi took over what he was working for, which was revolution now. So Obi came and started it.
I don't think so. I have heard people say that
that's what they.
Oh, go on.
That's what they say. His anger was that like Obi came and took over what he was. Obi came and took over what he was working for, what he was building. And Obi used the same mantra that he was using, which was more like let's build a country, like whatever.
Let's go after the establishment. And let us end
establishment
goals. Only for somebody who is from the establishment to now come and say, oh, yeah, let's do it, and it is not taking that.
And he took the crowd. And I put the same question that I put out that Omoyele Sowore came up with revolution now. Do you know the first person that initiated the revolution in Nigeria that I know of? That the one I know of I will be saying Ojukwu. Ojukwu was the first person that fought for a revolution of a new Nigeria in his time when he could foresee how the system was going. Probably the first team of people that did the first, coup of whatever thing. They still said those guys' mission was to change Nigeria from corruption.
Yes.
But of course, I could talk about Ojukwu. Ojukwu fought for it, and after a while, well, we all know how it ended. Now, after Ojukwu, the next person I knew that came up with it was Uwazurike. And as much as I know, Ojukwu did not go to attack Uwazurike, say, what I was building on, that's what you came and started. No, the man gave it up, probably as much as I can. Uwazurike, I know after him, probably he got tired or whatever thing, but now they can pick it up again. Now, for those people that said, obedient people abuse and curse and use this and that. Now, of course, again, I will tell you that Nnamdi Kanu, when he started his speech, I was among the people that said, I hate him because he used so raw, abusive words. Man, that man can curse and abuse, and man, why would you be talking to grown men like this? But he was saying the fact. And you too, Mayagu, you the cause. Honestly, sometimes I will listen to you. I will get angry. I will be like, what's wrong with this guy? I said, why is he be talking? But I know if I bring it up to you, say, man, calm down. You will even take it up on me. As it comes to person.
I go say, the people who are the talk, the people who are the cause, they're the bad people. So why are you offended? Why are you angry? You want to respect them?
Mayagu,
you get that kind of thing.
Mayagu means that he's talking to you now. If somebody says someone should not be angry about a Nigerian situation,
curse anybody now.
Hold on, Mayagu. My check have not come right now, but I have shared the whole money. Write out the list of how I'm going to share the money to Nigerians. Some people are begging for brother who don't have a house rent. Some are begging for their children's school fees. Some are begging for money for food. Some are begging for money for this and that. Some are begging for honestly.
Somebody will come
and I'm telling you, I will share all that money. I have nothing left for me. And people are in Nigeria, and somebody will say that if somebody got angry for the way things are in Nigeria, the person should say obedient people they are causable. Obedient people are abusing. Why would they be abusing? I'm telling you, bro, I am not obedient. I am not. If somebody even tell me to steal, I will say I will support Omo election, but his anger against obedient people is what I don't understand, and that's why I'm coming up with this. That if you cut this part I'm giving now, if there's anybody that will, the Kanu was fighting for it. Now he's incarcerated. Anybody that is fighting for it, I guess the DOS kept quiet because they want you to come out. Because anything he said now, Nigerian government will use it against him and keep holding him. So DOS, the Department of Service, I think that's what you call it. Department Nnamdi Kanu's team or this IPOB
Department
team.
of State.
Good. Nnamdi Kanu set up.
I think.
Okay, good. So they kept quiet. They kind of lying low because they just don't want to say anything that will implicate government to still keep holding him. And I understand.
That's what they are looking for. They need evidence to justify why they are keeping him.
Now, let me go back to Omo election. If he is a Christian, I know he probably will say, I'm not a Christian, so it doesn't concern me. But let me give anybody else that care Bible, biblical history, a story that come to this. Before Jesus was born, John the Baptist was already preaching about straighten your way, this, that somebody stronger than him or bigger than him will come.
Good.
But when John the Baptist came, when Jesus was born, John the Baptist did not get jealous. Say, no, I started this preaching. Why are you coming to take over? Do you know that some of John the Baptist disciples, disciple, right? Some of them joined Jesus. Some of them became Jesus' disciples. I can't mention their name, but I know that for a fact. Okay, now, when Jesus was preaching, do you know some of the Jesus' disciples were older than him? Example, Peter. Peter was older than Jesus. Peter did not say, man, I'm older than you. How are you going to be? I'll be calling you my master, and I'm older than you. Go sit down. Jesus was just he died at the age of 33 and a half years. He was just a small boy. But he got disciples, and his disciples were obeying him, whether young or old. I don't understand why Omo election will be attacking Obi, saying Obi took over what he was working for. I told him that, man, join Obi has had followers because of the way he presented himself. Work with him so that we will take over this government from these evil people. They say, no, Omo election cannot do that. What he was building, Obi came and took over it. I don't know why. Anybody that will talk to him in a nicer way should tell him to please, instead of attacking Obi, let him go and attack the government. Leave Obi alone. Honestly, as you always said, my part on this thing is anybody that will bring down the system, the establishment we have now, whether obedient, whether Shawara, whether Mayegu, whether anybody, we are in support. Let us destroy the system now and just have a new beginning.
God bless you.
That's what I think. If you can put this part and give Omo election, tell him to stop attacking Obi with his guys. They are not helping us, and they are not helping Nigerians.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so
That's
much.
That's what I thought I should say.
Delivered.
All right.
Yeah, you have, and thank you. And I believe a lot of people are hearing that too. We all heard you. We heard you loud and clear. Okay, and I know a lot of you feel the same way. Maybe one of these days, a lot of you will see through why trying to go after yourself is either you know what you are doing, tearing yourselves apart in a way to keep yourselves much like powerless. And if two of them say, oh, you want to save Nigeria, all right, you probably need to save yourselves first. Because you do not have chance of saving Nigeria when you are divided that way, Abi. Even though we don't believe anybody can save that contraption, but you can try. Here is another caller. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing? My name is Wahab Kalejai once again.
Sir Wahab, how are you this evening, sir?
Ade, my brother. Ade.
Fantastic. Good to have you, sir. Please.
I listen to you almost every day now because it's like a weather, but at the same time, thank you for your job. You're doing a nice job, Michael. I don't know how much I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
And I wish you and your family the best. The Almighty God be your protector. And I'm very happy tonight too. They are here, JJ in the midst tonight as well.
I know.
So,
so
my
much,
brother,
sir. Please.
I just want to make this thing quick. I know there's many people on the queue as well.
I know.
But are we Yoruba people? I know most of us, we are not those that's so daft or dumb. Okay, today the police inspector general, whatever he is, he said they arrest some people have been detained, they're sponsoring terrorists and all those kind of things. I'm a Muslim the day I was born myself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make me mu'min. But many people all over the world know the game that Nigerian government, from Buhari till now, they are the ones sponsoring all these people. So then I challenge some people this afternoon. What happened to the helicopter of Abdul Salam? Back in the days when the Buhari regime, the helicopter was caught dropping food for people. Nothing happened to that helicopter. Nothing happened to nobody prosecute him and anything like that. Okay, that's another man. The Yoruba man will say Agbowori of the terrorists. He posts picture with Babangida, he posts picture with Abdul Salam, he posts picture with Atiku, he posts picture with Gumi and everything. What happened to that guy? That's what I'm just asking all this thing to the police now. What happened to Shetima? That's a one man, a known terrorist that was apprehended in Abuja. They found him after he escaped. They found him in the Shetima bedroom, whatever he is.
Yes, so his name is Kabiru Shokoto, sir. Kabiru Shokoto.
Yeah, Kabiru. So what happened to those things? If Nigerian police are really into this mess, I know they are not to it because the pressure, people like you and everybody are standing up. They just want to and
no, it won't look like we're not doing something.
We're not doing anything. So stop fooling us. And we Yoruba, we should speak to ourselves. Are these people fooling us? So when I hear about on your show now, somebody said Showore and Obi are fighting. What are they fighting for? Showore, use your common sense. I know many people that they go by you in London, many people go by you in New Jersey and New York. Use your common sense. You can't, first of all, game over. Either you be on the queue on Yoruba Nation or you stay in New Jersey, left for you. And number two will be, I beg, Una, go and use your energy for your people. You are very smart guy, you are this, you are that. I don't buy all those ones. Go to your place. Like me, as I talk, I'm from Idumota. I grew up with Una on the street. Everybody is going back to where it come from. That's how we're going to settle the scores of Nigeria. Yes. I hate people. I hate nothing. The only thing I hate in Nigeria is corruption. I love Igbo man. Igbo man know that I love him.
Because you have no reason to hate anybody who has done you nothing wrong. You know what I mean, sir?
If I meet a Awusa man in Mecca, I will say salam alaikum to him. If he didn't reply, I will say salam alaikum in Medina. If he didn't say anything, I will go back to my house. Then he will go back to his house. I don't hate nobody. I just want peace in my own bedroom, in my own neighborhood. And to my Dumota brother, Baba Sokwe at the age of 46, at the age of 65, at the age of 70. Baba yin Sokwe no ni. Baba to tire. Baba to le sentence konjale. Remi Tulumbu, Mama, John Tori Ọlọ́run ẹ kó gbá wọlé, kò sí nǹkan kan tó lè last forever, kò sójò tó ń rọ̀ tó ń dá. Ilẹ̀ yín ti ń fiú. Nítorí tó bá, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you're going to use your 4 years or 8 years you're going.
And you're going to leave. You're never going to be there forever. But the damages they will cause will live so long after
Thank you. Thank you very much. The damage it will cause, and what will we be for our children, grandchildren we're going to leave behind?
Please ask.
My God, I love your program so much. One girl was saying something the other day, about 3 days ago. I feel so joyous. After the end of the game, you're traveling to Far East, you're traveling to anything, you are a billionaire. They will stop you, they will harass you.
Yes.
And you say, why did they do that? Because of what you people have already created. It's not the criminal that created it, because you let that boy to go and do that for 419 in Malaysia. It's Nigerian problem. They say that guy was arrested. All those crimes that prostitute or nothing, the thing have been going on for long. Believe me. When you say I don't support the prostitution, I never done it, I never been a thief in my life. I beg to make it not mistake.
Like say you are trying to fight or defend them. But I mean, even if somebody is a prostitute, they still have rights to some extent, right?
No.
Or, I mean, what do you think, sir? You know?
No. To me, I don't support it. I never seen it in my life.
Women,
but at the same time, the situation in Nigeria for only led many people to go and do many things, many bad things. You see that lady, when you say drug baron is better than this the Abike Dabiri.
Abike.
Agbole kono lati wa ni kodu. I know we are from.
We used to love Abike.
No.
Nigeria.
I just want to yap her. So is he saying pimp is baron?
He said drug barons are better than human trafficker, because human trafficker are worse than drug barons.
Ewolo Dambe. At the same time, tó bá dojú ẹ̀, bàbá sọ pé náà ni àwọn Abike Dabiri yẹn. Níjọ́ wo ló ń bọ̀? Abike Dabiri, what have you seen Baba face to face? What have you ever collect envelope from Baba? And I like Baba in one way, because they're shielding Baba from all these people as well. So all of them, they're just granting their mouth. Believe it, 100%. I'm telling you.
So many of them don't even have any access anymore.
They don't have any access anymore. Even the grandson that from here that's writing on the thing, they're posting his social
media. He's begging him to come and take him back to Nigeria now.
They're begging. Somebody was telling me this man. I said, man, I don't have no interest in him. I'm a Yoruba man. At the age of 50, at the age of 60, get yourself out of the picture. I'm not fighting for anything. I'm just fighting for the priority for my grandchildren or grandchildren coming. And anybody, Igbo, Yoruba, prostitute in Ghana, prostitute in Niger, prostitute in Italy. Tell you, a man was Louis, Visa, Waluini, a man lost it, a man lost ni Piazza di Spagna, anybody, any Italiano in the house, we know where I'm talking about. Nigeria, a man lo yombe ni Fia Veneto. But listen, Nigeria alone, she alembe. Wọ́n ṣe ìdùnnúwàlúwà ti bàjẹ́, àwọn Abike Dabiri kan sọ̀rọ̀ ní ọkàn sọ̀rọ̀ nítorí nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ bàbá yìí. But kọ́lọ̀ ṣàníwá dágbó. Maigun, Sean, I respect you.
God bless you, Baba. Thank you.
August 23rd, I'm
You not miss it, sir. We are all looking forward to it. I saw a few guys who bought their ticket last night because I mentioned that and I shared the link. I think I'm going to be sharing the link and remind all of us. See, I need to be social media. I need to be physical. It has to be physical.
I'm coming. I wish I could bring about 2-3 people along.
You are welcome. Bring everybody on and then join us on the 23rd, from 23rd to 25th.
We're coming. That the price, everything is all right. 109.
God bless you. And it covers our meals. It covers all the
no problem.
all the stops and everything for those 3 days.
We have to support you for all the way. Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Stay safe, eh?
We're coming.
My regards to everyone, Baba.
Family.
Yes, sir. Nice one. Now that's Alhaji Wahab there. I am thinking of taking just one more call, even though my time is almost gone. But if all of you will be able to stay back for just another 5-10 minutes, right? Let's take this before we all go to bed. But listen, if you haven't really liked the broadcast, this will be the best time for you to do it. It's been a long night. and we just have about 3 minutes to round it up. Yeah. Hello.
One name.
Oh yeah, Osita. One name the number. I heard that one now. One name the top. Which one? What is that again, Osita?
My brother is so sweet. My sweet brother.
Oh, sweeter than that sweetest potato. Thank you. Osita, you seems to want to be the biggest masquerade that will possibly dance last in this big episode. So how are you?
You know, that our bros that just spoke now.
Yes.
Tell him anytime too that me too. I'm a Dumota boy for.
So did I remind you of anything?
Yes, my dad used to be there before.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, that's Agarawu there. So you know, with all that has been said, the reality of this matter is that we've not still realized in 2024 that these people has battered us so much because of we are so divided. That we are so divided. Had it been everybody understand it that Nigeria is not working and this Nigeria does not look as if it is going to work, then all of us will know that we are actually heading to one destination. Yes, somebody might say something that you really don't like, but that doesn't mean you should come out on open air. That said that your opposition to oppression, then you come out on open air, you start fighting each other.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I'm still wondering what is
united
for them so far.
Yes, united we stand, divided we will fall.
Absolutely.
I wish a lot of people understand this fact. Believe me, when I saw those letters or the caption or the video of Showore, and people were busy putting their mouths in those things, I wish everybody would just keep quiet and it will just fly away.
I mean, there is something that is now looking like a pattern now. Okay, it seems that some people knows that if they want any attention, abuse will be. Look at this, Osita. You know that we usually have a 2,000, 2,500 of our people watching us on YouTube. If I want to just blow for wrong reason now, if I should just abuse Peter Obi for a week, you may likely see 10,000 people watching me by this time next week, because they've heard that somebody is attacking Obi. And I think some people are doing that. But what is breaking out is that these are people that we actually believe meant their position when they said they were standing up for the people. Now, if you have seen people, young people, the obedient, the older ones who have stood up to this establishment, even if you think they are not doing it rightly, right? You should not, for the sake of what you said you stand for, you should not help destroy these people. Here you get. It's unfortunate, Osita.
So, yes, that is the unfortunate scenario that is trending right now. That we are saying, we are shouting, like on Twitter yesterday or today, somebody was making one caption, Ibing Power, and he said, and the other person said, do not use Yoruba to trend, and the Ibing Power. Everybody is hungry. It is because of one person spoke it out. But inside all of us, inside our individual house, the Igbo man guy will say, Agron Agum.
Meaning?
Everybody is saying it in their house. Nobody's going to tell me that you were buying a bag of rice for 26,000 before, and today you are buying the bag of rice for about 100,000. And you won't tell me that the person will not say that I'm hungry. So
like they want people to pretend that everything is fine, because saying that it's going to make the government look bad, and that's not good. Like, why would people be like that?
So this hunger doesn't know identity.
It doesn't.
It doesn't know identity. We are all suffering.
You're either hungry or you are not.
Yeah.
You are either poor or you are not. It's as simple as that.
That is the reason this your summit. I'm not a Yoruba man, but by virtue of that, I am too.
God bless you.
But the most important thing, yes, but the most important thing is that I am a lover of justice and good things.
Yeah.
I will try to be there myself too.
Well, that would be wonderful. We are inviting everyone. And you see, our means of really funding it, in making it as moderate as possible, right? Among other things that were to take place, right? So we expect that to cover the taking care of ourselves enough that we do not need any emergency money from anyone. So we hope a lot of us will turn up. And it is better for everyone that think they will be interested. You need to start checking your own.
And I know, yes, I know part of my own people will be there.
Trust
me. We can now sit down. Yeah, we can now sit down together and collaborate.
Have a chat.
How we are going to translate our talking into action, at least to an
beyond this place, beyond this talk. Because majority of the things we talk about, Osita, there are things that we are somehow expecting other people to carry them out. We are asking people who are enjoying the destruction of Nigeria to take advice from us to fix Nigeria. How is that possible? So we need more than just talking. We actually need to take the fight to them now, beyond this place.
Thank you very much. I see the enthusiasm, and believe me, you are leading us well. Anybody that said you are not leading us well, because everything that you do, most of the time, you do it step by step, one after the other. When
slow but steady,
when the time comes, you will always execute your plan.
Yes, sir.
We will be behind you.
Thank you.
There is no need for all this. You are revolution now. You are obedient now. All we know that we are going through the same thing. And one thing I want people to realize, I've never been, it's not as if I'm a party person, because I myself, all I advocate for is to break up this country so that everybody can start all over.
Now.
So that everybody can start all over. Then we could now respect each other and learn from each other. So what people don't understand, I keep saying it, the thing I give it up for the obedience is that they took the fight so serious than any other group has taken this fight. So if we are intelligent enough, we should know that we should be able to take advantage of where they have gotten to.
Yes.
To build on what they have done. So that is the reason I won't come here and I'll bash on Sowore. I don't do that. I won't come here and I'll bash on anybody who is not a member of what is happening now. The only thing I tell people, don't criticize somebody who is not in government or somebody who has not been in that Abuja before. Concentrate on those people who are there right now.
Yes.
That is when they will be afraid. They will be conscious that, oh, these people knows what we are doing. But when you come around and you talk about each other, and at the end of the day, you people don't even have a say. You don't have the power. You don't have anything. What is the essence?
Yes. What is the essence?
So, my brother, the reality there is that the system they used against us is, I keep saying it, I said it the other time, and somebody who was on the comment section was saying something else. I keep saying it, the problem that we have respect too much on the negative side and not on the positive side. This thing they call respect, that you will see somebody that's your pastor, you will address him as if he's your God. You will see somebody because of your elder, somebody who is old,
older than you,
for the fact that that he did not play any positive role directing the course of the nation towards prosperity. Then you will now say, if an elder is talking, you have to respect. I don't understand the meaning of Elder. I don't understand the meaning of respect.
Respect
is reciprocal.
Osita,
you give me, I give it to you. You don't demand for it. You earn it. I'm not going to ask somebody because I'm older than you, and I'll come out in the public place and I'll tell the person that, why did you call me Osita? Why didn't you call me brother Osita? Because why will I say that? Think about it. If I say that to that person, somebody will come up from somewhere and say, why do you want him to call you brother? Why do you want him to call you uncle?
Because
it is better it is better that you recognize me by my name. Then I'll be able to leave the billings of my name. Because sometimes all those brother, all those uncle, all those things makes people don't understand their responsibility.
Yes,
in the society.
They don't like to be responsible. You know, so many people don't want to take responsibility. And because if you are younger than them and you are asking them to take responsibility, they call it disrespect. And that is something that a lot of them are finding so difficult to do. Respect
to
is
understand. So when we're talking about respect, respect is not something of the lips. Respect is something of the heart.
Yes.
Something that has to do with the content of your character, who you are. But when in Nigeria, especially, I've not been to Congo. I do not know how they operate in theirs. But in Nigeria, where we come from, most of the time they will tell you what an elder is sitting there, whatever those their nonsense thing. I don't like even putting it in my mind. But they don't realize that how old was Chief Obafemi Awolowo? How old was Nnamdi Azikiwe? How old was Tafawa Balewa? How old was the Sadana? Those people
they were in their
30s. Yes, they were in their 30s when they were leading old men. But it's now in their own turn. They are telling you that you have to have respect for them when they have lived their life that time.
Even when they are messing up as we speak, they don't want to take responsibility.
They don't want to take responsibility. Then when somebody comes, anybody that becomes a president, then they will now tell you that it's only Nigeria that I hear that thing, that because of he's the president, he's the father of the nation.
He's the father of the nation. Father of who?
Father of who?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless.
You too. God bless you for us and for me especially. Okay, take it easy. And same thing goes on to Koolu Okpara, my brother, prayer docents, and so many other prominent members of this platform that I want to shout out to you and say, God bless all of you. Okay, thank you. Now, if you are interested in joining us in Glasgow, so many of you with your American passport, your Canadian passport, go and book your own spot and join us. Join us in this journey where we believe that the next phase of this advocacy is something that should go beyond just here. Because there are so many things we can't say here. There are so many things we can't really. And there are some things too that you can't even say publicly now because you have no idea who is who yet. So you should join us, okay? And that will be on the 23rd of August. Go check your own routine and travel and everything, okay? I would love to see you in Glasgow. Yoruba Union Summit.
Coca-Cola rán fàdítì o, kògókògó la gbóhùn alágogo. Ìgbìmọ̀ mọ́jọ́ bàjẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àpapọ̀ àgbáyé ló rán mi sí yín lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní wí fún yín pé ìpéjọpọ̀ pàtàkì fẹ́ wáyé ní kòpẹ́kòpẹ́ iná ni. Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta gbáko wá níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí yóò fi wáyé ṣebí fún kíni ṣebí fún àṣà àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ Yorùbá eléyìí náà ni. Níbo wá níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí yóò ti wáyé nílùú Glasgow ní orílẹ̀-èdè Scotland, United Kingdom níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pàtàkì yóò ti wáyé. Lọ́jọ́ wo wá níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí yóò wáyé ṣe bọ́jọ́ 23 títí dé ọjọ́ 25 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2024 yìí náà ni. Ìyẹn August 23rd títí dé August 25th ọdún 2024 náà ni. Níbo wá lẹ ti lè rí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yín rà, òun lẹ ó rí lóhùn móhùnmáwòrán yín lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá o, ẹ súré tètè kẹjá gbàsà Yorùbá lárugẹ o.
I know it is one amazing lady that made that video for us. So if you can make us any lovely jingle as well, right? Please. The information is right there in everything you need to know about the summit, right? It's right there in the link I just shared. And if you feel like, oh yeah, I would love to be there, then buy your tickets. And then also book your own your flight, hotel, and the rest of that. Come and spend your summer here. Let's discuss all these things physically and even set a plan in motion. You won't regret it. So to everyone else, thank you so much for your time this evening. We have really, really exhausted our time. I'll keep the rest for tomorrow. Please, you all have a wonderful night. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gbà rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.